Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here today with my Pan That Palette update. So as you guys know, I am panning the Tarte Tartist Protego and the Sleek When the Sun Goes Down mini palette. So this is what my Tarte palette looked like last time. And here we are today. So as you can see, there are some changes. I did manage to hit pan and drive, and I did manage to finish Dominate, thankfully. So Dominate took way longer than I thought it would, because I just got sick of wearing it by the end, honestly, because I'm like, I have to use this another day with something, or just wear it all over my eyes to try and use more of it up. I love that sort of color all over my lids, but you wear it enough days in a row, you will get sick of it. Drive, I used as a mixture with, actually the shade that I was working on in this palette for the month, although normally I use it with styling, as a combination both in my crease some days and in my brows every day as a brow powder. So what I'm actually going to do now that I hit pan and drive is crush up pan and styling, they both have pan in them, and mix them together and repress them into those two pans. Just because it's like, you know what? I literally never use one or the other by itself, so I might as well just mix them together. I figured I would wait until I hit pan on drive and while I was working on the extra shade in here that is basically a dupe of styling. It's a matte darker brown. And once I was done with those, I'll just mix them up, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll take a picture when I do it. I may not do it by the time I post this though, so don't necessarily expect that picture with this. I'll just make sure to take a picture of it. More for next month's slideshow, because I post a slideshow at the end of every one of these. Now for the Sleek palette, I kind of spoiled it, but here's what it looked like last time. And here we are today. As you can see, I did finish that brown shade. It has a name. I can't remember it, so I'm just gonna have to insert it real quick. So, as I mention every time, my goal is to finish one shade a month in here, just so that I'm not trying to finish a bunch of little bits by the end, so I just kind of focus hard on one shade and go from there. And the thing is, I don't really know what I want to focus on for the next month. The easiest one to work into my routine is probably going to be this shade right here where my index finger is, so that it's not competing with anything else really. Because I have a gold shade in here, but I also have a gold shade in my Tarte palette. And I do have kind of a maroony cranberry shade, but if I have to wear that all over my lid again anytime soon, I'm going to scream. So we won't be doing that. But I think working on this shade and seeing if I can expand the pan some more in height, which is the gold shaded here, would be nice. I think I would like to work a little bit on crisp as well, maybe get a dip going in that one. Because I don't necessarily, crisp is another matte shade and it works with all the shimmers in here. So if I don't want a darker brown crease, I can go with a little bit of an orange one. Now, I also do kind of a rotating palette of the month in here. This one, I didn't use it as much as I thought I would. I don't really know what happened. I think I was just focusing so much on Dominate, I didn't work too many things into looks. I used a mixture of ash and lavender in a purple look one day that I didn't take a picture of. I used a mixture of them in my crease. And what I also didn't take a picture of, even though I wore it 4 times, I wore it to the point where there's a legitimate dip in the shade. But if I wanted to use Dominate, but I didn't want to wear it all over my lid, I would use Prosecco right here, but on my lid. And then I would use Dominate in my outer V. And it's a really pretty look. It takes a lot of the warmth out of Dominate so that you can actually get a different look. But here is Prosecco, and I've worn it in a couple of different videos even. If I can think of which ones they are, I will link them down below so you can at least get something of a look at them. Now, lavender is actually in my 50 Shades of Purple project pan. So I'm not going to be putting this away. I might pop that shade out. I haven't totally decided yet. But for the sake of my palette of the month, this is not going to be in here anymore. I thought about carrying it over to the next month, but I just decided, it's like, you know what? Let me roll in a new palette. So I am rolling in my Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edit the Wants palette. I haven't, as much as I like this palette, I haven't really fooled with it in a while. So, like, I mean, you guys probably all know what this looks like. Like, they're good quality shades for the drugstore. I know that they're not the same as, like, you know, high end, because you have to build them up, but I really like them. And I think I will get some pretty looks out of here, because I do love me some good greens. I will admittedly probably not touch the purples because I have 50 Shades of Purple and I have a couple of eyeshadows in there. I didn't load that up with as many eyeshadows as some people did, but I knew better. It's like, that is just not gonna work for me. But hopefully this time I actually remember to take pictures of these looks so that I could show them to you. But that is all. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye. Stay tuned through the end for slideshow purposes.